Let's, okay, thank you. Honestly speaking, guys, I started your assessments, I was marking your tests. I started today because I was marking the other module of mine. So honestly speaking, so far, I think so good. I feel happy and I feel good when I mark. And I think you could feel when you were writing, it was fair enough, guys, as long as there were no surprises. But I know sometimes with the theory, like I said, sometimes you confuse things, guys, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. So I'm telling you, I think that we're gonna have good marks. Okay, but after looking at the theory, difference between. Honestly speaking, you were supposed to get marks by after the 29th of April. So they gave me until 29th of April. But for me, I'll finish. Even today, I can finish. But the problem is, they can't release the marks because there is one group that I'm not responsible for, which is group 2. The other lecturer is responsible for that. So they can't release the marks for group 1, 3, and 4 and leave the other group. Can you see now? Even if I can finish early, they will wait for the other lecturer before they can release. But for me, I'm telling you, I think today I can finish, but I don't want to rush. So I'm going to even maybe give myself time. Maybe I can finish by tomorrow. But so far, so good. I'm happy. So we'll see. But as you can see, guys, can you see if you listen to me, if you practice, no one is perfect. I'm telling you, we are going to win at the end of the day. The same techniques, the same procedures, the same methods which I used when we were dealing with test number 1, we're still going to do the same thing even for test number 2. Okay? So, but basic understanding is very much important. No one must memorize. We don't memorize here, we understand. So I will show you various techniques, and again, if the other technique doesn't work, guys, we'll use the other technique. Okay. Okay, guys, that is what I wanted to say, guys. I'm a little bit happy at the moment, but let me not be happy prematurely. So I don't want to be excited and all of a sudden, boom, things happen in this world. Okay. But yeah, so now I'm just going to continue, guys, unless if you've got any other questions. I think we can continue. So like I said, before I can go through my slides, I just want to use this board, the whiteboard. I think everyone can see from my side. Just to check, if you still have the base. But let me just put something here. Like I said, I'm going to deal with, let me write here, learning unit number 3. But for today, I'm going to focus on VET. But as you can see, learning unit number 3 is based on the VET and the source document. But for now, I'm going to focus on the VET. Okay, so I'm just going to explain a little bit of a theory around VET, and thereafter we'll take it from there. Okay, because I want us to be on the same page with the other groups. The other group, I saw them yesterday, so we did this basic. For you, I'm going to do this basic, and the other group, I'm going to do it later. So for now, I just want to talk about VET. Okay. Now, if I may ask, before I continue further, who can tell me how much is the rate for VET currently? Like, just what is the rate currently? Thank you so much for that. The VET rate.
15%, sir.
So much for that, Michael. VET rate is currently 15%. Remember, it was 14%. It was recently changed. So we need to understand that the VET rate from now on is going to be 15%. Okay. So in other words, there are some items or commodities which are vettable and others are not vettable, but that can be learned thereafter. For now, I just want to talk about the theoretical part of it. Again, guys, for more information, you must go to the book and check. Even my notes have got a little bit of the, good information there. You can use it. So our VET rate, as we said, is currently 15%. And you must know that if you are making a revenue, we call it a turnover. If you are making a turnover of 1 million, okay, so it means if you are making 1 million as the turnover, it is compulsory for you. So writing for you, don't worry, compulsory to register for VAT. Is what I'm trying to say. So it means you need to check if, for example, you are selling to the customers. So if your sales for the year are 1 million, it means you are compelled by law to register for VAT. You don't have an option. But if you don't register, it means you will be penalized for not registering for VAT. So always make sure that you check your sales. So that's why it's important for us to have what we call the accountants and the bookkeepers, because they will keep track of all the sales. So the minute your sales hit 1 million, just know that according to law, according to South African tax law, you need to register for VAT. Okay? Again, you will see at a later stage, there are advantages of registering for VAT. Can you see now? So again, just know that you need to have 1 million before it is compulsory for you to register for VAT. Like I said, for you to register for VAT, there are some advantages. So sometimes you can find that there are companies which do not have revenue of 1 million, like I said here, but they're still interested to register. SARS will allow you to register even though you don't qualify to register. But you need to make at least, I call it a voluntary registration. So if you want to volunteer, so it means you are 10 over, let me write it down for you. You are 10 over, I'm still writing, it will appear, 10 over of 50,000. Okay, so if you're making, did you lose me when it comes to the network, or did you lose me when it comes to explanation? Please let me know. Can you hear me, guys? Let me see if you can hear me, guys. Say yes, 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 yes. Okay, thank you for telling me that. Thank you, I appreciate. Yeah, I know I'm at the campus, you know, that I don't know what is happening here, but you know, sometimes the Wi-Fi at the campus can misbehave. But please, the minute you don't hear me or you can't be able to hear me, what I'm saying, let me know on the spot. But for now, at least I'm happy you can hear me, okay? Okay, no problem. So, which one Dashan is unclear? Is it what I'm writing here, or is it what you can't hear me properly? Like you can't hear me, so let me just know what is unclear here. Is it my writing or what? Okay, I don't know. Let me see if I can do something again. Let me just switch off my audio and switch on it again, okay? Can you hear me, guys? I just tried to switch it off and on. I don't know what is happening here. Can you see now? It's buffering a lot. So, can you hear me, ladies and gentlemen, now? Yeah, thank you. Sorry for that, guys. I don't know, like, you know, this technology. Sorry, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I think it's just buffering. Maybe too many students. You know, sometimes if you've got too many students at the same time, it affects us. Okay. So, but let's go back to business, guys. This is what I was trying to say. I was trying to say, if you make 1 million, as you can see here, you don't have a choice. You need to go and register with SARS. Okay. But sometimes you can find that you don't make 1 million and you still want to register. Remember, I said for registering, there are some advantages. So again, you need to make 50,000 per annum. Remember, this is per annum to voluntary, to have what you call the voluntary what registration. In other words, here you are not compelled by law, but you just want to register. So it means if you make less than 50,000, SARS won't allow you to register. Are you okay? So I just want you for now to understand these two things at the same time. Okay, so do you understand, guys, what I said so far? Let me see. Yes, 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 so that I can continue. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate, ladies and gentlemen. So for me, I need to draw something. This statement today, what's happening? Sorry, Jaden, I was just asking a question about this. If you understand, let me know if you understand this, okay? So I just want you to understand this, the turnover that I was talking about, as long as you can understand that. So remember I said when you're making 1 million, it means you are compelled to register, but if you want to voluntarily register, you need to make at least 50,000, at least. If you don't make at least 50,000, SARS won't allow you to register. Can you hear me, Jaden and Laken? I know, I think now this thing can be a challenge. Eh? So as long as, guys, you can tell me that you don't understand me. So, okay, now I'm going to move on a bit. I'm going to erase the whole thing here. Now, let me explain something now. I'm just going to draw a line like this. Okay. And then on this line, I'm trying to explain something. Don't worry. So let's say here we have we change the color. Suppliers. I think that you know that when you are in business, you buy from the suppliers, you sell to your customers. And that is how we are in business. So we buy from the suppliers, and thereafter, what do we do? And then we sell to what? To the customers. But when you buy from the suppliers, okay, it means the supplier must charge you VAT. Okay? And that VAT is called input VAT. So I want you to get this VAT. So input VAT is the VAT that is paid by us when we go and buy from our suppliers. Remember, our suppliers is where we buy our stock so that we can sell to the customers. So it means the VAT that is paid by the business is always called input VAT. Okay? And I want you to know that this input VAT is claimable from SARS. Okay? So this input VAT is claimable from SARS. Claimable. Let me write it down for you. Or I can say it's refundable. Okay. So I want you to understand. So I said the VAT that you pay when you buy stock from the suppliers is called input VAT. And just know that input VAT is claimable from SARS. In other words, at a later stage, you are allowed to go and claim it back from SARS. That's why most companies are encouraged to register for VAT because of this benefit of claiming it back from SARS. Can you see that? That's why I was saying sometimes it's not compulsory, but you can volunteer to register because you know that if you register for that VAT, you will be able to claim it from SARS. But if you're not registered, it means the VAT which you paid, you cannot claim it back from SARS. Are we together? And for the fact that it is claimable, it means this VAT, at the end of the day, must be classified in our books. Okay? So how can you classify this VAT? So this VAT, remember in accounting, we've got different types of, like, we've got groups which we talked about. Remember those groups. So this VAT obviously must be classified as what? Current assets. Because it is claimable from SARS. So this is what I want you to know at the moment. Okay. So if you buy, you know that you're gonna pay input VAT, but that input VAT you can claim it at a later stage. For the fact that you can claim it, meaning this input VAT will be classified as current assets. So if you are following, ladies and gentlemen, once again, let me see yes, 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 yes. Otherwise, let me see a question. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate. I'm happy if you are following so far because I don't want you to miss any step. Because if you miss one step, it's going to affect the other step. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I hope those who are not saying yes, 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 yes also understand. But let me call them by names because they can't just keep quiet. Uh, Gabby, yes, I will explain to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Gabby, I was saying the VAT that you pay is always called input VAT, but that VAT you can go and claim it back from SARS. It's refundable by SARS, remember. The fact that it's refundable, we classify that as a current asset. Remember, an asset is something that you own, so that is your money. So that's why we register for VAT because we know that we can claim back VAT. Okay. So again, input VAT is the VAT that you pay when you buy from your suppliers, and that VAT you can claim it back from SARS, and that VAT is classified as current asset. Are you okay, Gabby, with regard to that? No problem, Gabby. So no problem. Remember, our main aim is not to buy stock and consume that stock. When we buy stock, what do? We sell to our customers. Okay? It's like the canteen here at Varsity College. When they buy stock, they buy because they want to sell to the students. They want to sell to the staff members. They are in a business because they want to make profit. So whatever we bought, normally we sell. Again, when we sell, we need to be careful. There must be VAT involved at the end of the day. Okay? So when we sell, again, we need to charge our customers that particular amount of VAT. So the VAT that is charged by us to the customers, that VAT is called output VAT. Can you see now? So the output VAT is the one that we charge customers. Can you see now? So, for example, when the canteen here, when you are buying something, when they charge you VAT, that VAT is called output. Can you see now? So, in a nutshell, output VAT is the VAT that is paid by the customers to the business, but the input VAT that is the VAT that is paid by us, the business, to the suppliers. Can you see now? So, the output, I want you to understand. Any question? Tyrese, you wanted to say something? Maybe it's a mistake. I'm gonna write something now so that you can understand better. So this one is payable, or can say is owed. No problem. Payable or owed. So I want you to see the difference. Let me write some notes so that I can explain again. Okay. So I'm going to do this. I realized that when I use colors, my students pass. So from now on, I have colors all the way. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. And then so this one will be current liability. Okay. I wish we were doing this in class because I can put it nicely on the board, but it's still okay, no problem. Can you see the difference between the two? Why do we say this one the output VAT is a current liability? It is because when the customers pay this amount of money to you as a business owner, this money does not belong to you. This money must be paid to SARS. It means after collecting the money from the customers, it means I must go and pay to SARS because this money belongs to SARS. So the fact that I've got money at my disposal, which does not belong to me, which belongs to SARS, it means I owe SARS. That's why we say this is a current liability. Can you see that? So I want you to understand that the output is the VAT that is paid by the customers, and the input is the VAT that is paid by us, the business, when we buy. Do you understand the difference between the two, ladies and gentlemen? Let me see. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate. So you will see sometimes they can ask you this theory. That's why I talk too much sometimes when it comes to theory. Because I don't want you to struggle with the theory. I don't want you to go and memorize. I want you to understand. Okay? But don't worry, I'll keep reminding you as the time progresses. So every time I encounter something similar to what I just showed you here, I'm going to refer you or revert back to the this notes and say, remember I said this. Remember I said this. So for now, I want you to know the difference between the input VAT and the output VAT. Okay? Now, it means the other one is paid to SARS and the other one is paid to us. Let me give you a practical example. Let's say, for example, when we bought from our customers for a particular month, let's say, for example, the suppliers from the supplier charged me something like 1,000. In other words, this is the VAT that I paid. I'll just give you an example. Let's say the VAT that I paid when I was buying from suppliers, the VAT was 1,000. But when I was selling to the customers, I charged them VAT of 1,500. I'm just giving an example here. 1,500. Can you see? This shows that I owe SARS 1,500 because this money was collected from the customers. But SARS owes me how much? 1,000 because the VAT that has been paid by us will be claimable from SARS. In other words, SARS owes us how much? 1,000, and we owe SARS how much? 1,000. Meaning we need to go and pay SARS how much? 1,500, and thereafter SARS must pay us how much? 1,000 rand. But it's useless for us to go to SARS and pay 1,500, and after that SARS pays us 1,500. What we need to do, we just have to check, okay, because we owe SARS 1,500 and SARS owes us 1,000 rand. So we just have to find the difference, and that difference will check who owes who. Who can tell me? According to you, if you look at these two figures, who owes who between us and SARS? And how much is that? SARS owes me 1,000, and then we owe, yes, I agree with you, Ongama. We owe SARS 500. I agree with you. So in other words, the difference, let me change the color. The difference that is owed to SARS is going to be 500. It is owed to SARS. Okay. So because, can you see now, this is what we are going to do. So there's no need for us to go and pay SARS. So in other words, instead of paying SARS 1,500, we just say, SARS, we only pay you how much? 500. So we owe SARS. I like that. Thank you so much, guys, for that. Thank you, Ongama. Thank you, Ted. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, everyone. So this is what we are going to do. Okay. So this is what we are going to do to show that. Okay. So in other words, we just have to say 1,500 minus 1,000. But we normally show this in the form of what? Of the account. And again, when you are dealing with these things, there's a form that you need. Let's say you are doing a practical. No, we don't owe SARS any profit, remember. We don't owe them any profit. So that is the money that we owe them. Remember, at the end of the day, we collected this 1.5 from customers. So this 1.5 does not belong to us. It belongs to SARS. Can you see now? We just collected on behalf of SARS. Okay, so that's how we say SARS, because you owe us 1,000 and we owe you 1,500. So let's make everything simple. Let me just pay you 500 and everyone is paid. It's not like we're paying them our profit. So it's not our own money. It is SARS money. It's just that we collected on behalf of SARS. Are you okay, Litabo? No problem. So let me just explain this once again in the form of an account. Let me open an account. You know by now, okay, we've got an account. An account looks like this. I think you know by now. This is an account. I don't know what's happening. This, when I try to draw, it doesn't want to draw. Okay, no problem. Let's see. It has got dotted line. I don't know why does it have dotted line. It's okay. Yeah, an account looks like this. From our past experience, remember we said, you and I, this side is always, I'm going to write it again for us. This side is always debit. And this side is always credit. It doesn't change. Remember? This side is always debit. Don't worry, I'm just showing you this account in advance. I'm still going to show you by the time when we do the account, but I'm just trying to explain what I'm saying. One account, I'm going to call it, this will call it input bets. And then the other account, I'm going to call it output bets. Okay. So this is what I'm going to show you at the moment. Okay, thank you so much. Now, honestly speaking, okay, I'm just trying to show you. Who can tell me? I want to record under input vet. And I said the input vet is 1,000 here. Who can tell me under which side must I record under input vet? Must I record on the debit or on the credit? Please try it before I show you. Under which side of the input will I record? Thank you so much, Said. It's going to be debit. Thank you so much, Kloto. Because of what? We said it's a current. Thank you, Anthony. It's a current Alaken. Thank you so much. We said it is current asset. All the assets will increase on the debit side. So in other words, on the debit side, remember, I'm just showing you the amounts for now. So I'm going to just write how much? 1,000. I'm just going to show you. I'm just showing you how to record now. So obviously, under the output, I'm going to put output on the paid side, because output we said is what? Our liability. Can you see now? So can you see this 1,500? But after having those two accounts, we need to open the other account, which will show us that we owe SARS how much? 500. That account is called, I'm going to draw it for you here. Jaden, you can ask a question. You raised your hand. So there's another account that we need to open. So this account, sorry guys, I'm still writing. It will come through. So this account, we call it vet control account. So this vet control account is the one that will show us whether we are owing SARS or SARS owes us. So what we normally do when we record, let me change the color once again. Now, we need to check. This 1,000 must be transferred to SARS control account. Even the output must be transferred to what? SARS control account. So for me to transfer this 1,000, obviously I must come to the other side and show that I'm transferring to vet control. I'm just gonna write vet control. But I'm still writing. So I'm gonna transfer 1,000 to vet control. Can you see now? I just say vet control because for me to take this amount of money out, I need to go to the opposite side. But like I said, I'm still gonna show you this account. So again, for me, remember this side is debit for the vet control and this side is credit. So for me, I need to transfer this 1,000 on there. Who can tell me? If I want to transfer this 1,000, I said vet control. So when I go to the vet control, under which side will I transfer? Who can tell me? Under which side of the VAT control will I transfer 1,000? No, it will be debit, yes, not credit. Remember, in accounting, when you take something from the credit side, you cannot go to the credit side. So you set VAT control on the credit side. So when you transfer to the VAT control, you're going to go to the debit side. Yes, it's the opposite. Perfect. So you're going to say input VAT. Like I said, don't stress. I'm just showing you this in advance. VAT input of how much? Of 1,000. Listen up. Just like this. If the same applies to the output, you must see VAT control on the VAT control 1,500. See, and it means the VAT output will come here and say output. It's gonna be 1,000. So honestly speaking, when they ask you to open VAT control, the input will always be on the debit side. I'm telling you, because it's an asset, and the output will always be on the credit side. Like I said, this is still debit, and this is credit. Now, so the input VAT will always be on the debit, and the output VAT will always be on the credit. Can you see now? So when you close this, I know you don't know how to close the account, but I'm still going to show you how to close the account. Because the chapter is still coming. So how to close the account, we always say which side is the biggest. Remember, we just say, okay, the biggest side. So the biggest side is 1,500. And the biggest side. Don't worry, I'm still going to show you how to balance. I'm just showing you how to find the 500. Okay. So now, if you can see here, I've got 1,000 and I've got 1,500. These sides are not balancing. So meaning the difference is called just showing you how are we going to. That's why I say don't stress if you don't understand. And the balance will be balance. Command the spelling, go down, and I'm gonna have 500. So it means we owe SARS 500. So we're gonna show them in this account. So, but don't stress as long as you can understand why do I say we owe SARS. About the accounts, don't worry, I'm just showing you this in advance so that in future when I show you, you don't get confused. Let me ask a question. Do you understand the explanation of my diagram here with my 1,500 and my 1,000 together with my 500? Thank you so much, Gabby. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Soten. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. So you can ask a question at the hang. Gama, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So you raised your hand. I hope you do you have a question. You can ask a question. Thank you, Anthony, Jet, everyone on Gama. Thank you. Goodness, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Now, this is the theory that I wanted, no? So that when I go to the calculations, we can. So I don't know, guys. Definitely say definitely. So can you see? I know sometimes can be, but that's why I want to give you the theory here on the board because I don't want to waste time and wait for the class. Remember, I'm gonna lose sessions. So at least if I can explain the theory here, when we go to class, we get into it. You know how we roll, right? Just like that. Don't worry, I'm gonna put it nicely in class, put it for you, explain. Don't worry. Say it. Don't worry. Okay. Now a question. Do we take a break? Do we sacrifice? I finish the theory and I leave you in peace. What do you think? Thank you. Let me see others. Thank you so much. Others are not saying anything. Okay, I think the majority says I must continue. At least I think I do understand. If I finish, at least you can have time there after. You see now, no problem, and I can just finish what I wanted to finish. Thank you so much, guys. For now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just show you some little bit of calculations, just to get you acquainted with this kind of information. Okay. Now I'm gonna erase the whole thing so that I can explain to you more about the vet. Okay, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna erase this. Okay, now we know that vet is currently 15%. But when you sell, you need to know how to calculate, because in the exam they are they can be very confusing. Sometimes they give you the amount with vet, and they ask you to calculate the vet which has been included. Sometimes they give you amount without vet. They can ask you to calculate the amount with vet. You understand that? So I want you to get used to calculations, okay? But don't worry, it starts from the basics. So what I want you to know and analyze, of which it will never change. I'm going to show you when you sell, because it doesn't matter whether you sell or you buy, the calculations will always stay the same. But here I'm going to talk about what if I'm selling, okay? So I'm going to write something here, and then let me just do this, wait, and then I'm going to write something. So this is what I want us to use. Don't know what I'm still writing. It will appear selling price. Price. I'm still writing. Don't worry. We need to. Let me ask from your side. So when I'm writing something, from your side, do you see it when I'm writing it, or do you see it after I've written it? Let me see. Maybe because from the old, this is after this long time ago. So normally when you write, student cannot see. Okay, no problem. Thank you, Atlaham, for that. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Toto. Thank you. Let's have it. Yes. Now you add VAT. I think this makes sense if you're in business, and then you will have selling price. Write it in array. So I think you understand when I write this down. So this is what we're going to use always. If you are a vet vendor, obviously you will be selling your goods. So meaning before you can sell the goods to the customers, you must first add VAT. And thereafter, if you add VAT, the selling price that you are going to have will be including VAT. That makes sense. So let's analyze this according to just the color, according to the percentage. So before you charge VAT, we always say VAT is 100% in the form, not VAT, the amount is 100% according to what? Percentage. So before I sell, I've got selling price of 100%. But because I'm a VAT vendor, I'm registered for VAT, I need to go and add VAT. As we know, VAT is currently 15%. Okay? So the VAT is currently 15%. Who can tell me with how much percentage must I sell my goods so that I can include VAT? Who can tell me how much will be my selling price including VAT in terms of the percentage? Thank you so much, Michele, for that. Thank you. Thank you, Ted. So meaning my goods will be sold for what? I want you to bear this in mind. Thank you, Laken. Thank you, Abraham. It will never change. It will never, ever change. So when you are writing exam, remember, I'm showing you this technique. I know some of you did accounting before. You don't normally use this technique. Maybe your teachers told you to use the decimal one where you've got 1.15. No, that one can be confusing, especially for those students who are doing accounting for the first time. Okay. So I want you to master this. It will never, ever, ever change. Even if you buy the purchase price, add VAT, purchase price including VAT, it will never change. I want you to remember this. It will never change. Remember this analysis that I put here. So the selling price excluding VAT will always be 100. Your VAT will always be 15%, and the selling price including VAT will always be 115%. You will see this will help me a lot by the time when they ask me to calculate certain amounts. Okay? But for now, as long as you say Sylvester, I do understand what you have written here. Can I see yes, 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 if you are following, ladies and gentlemen? Perfect. Thank you so much, Said. Thank you. Lakin, thank you. Toto, thank you. Andy. Atlehan, thank you so much. Hannah, thank you so much. Goodness, thank you. Much appreciated. Ongama, Anthony, thank you guys. I appreciate your response. Okay? Now, I'm just going to give you a practical example. So here I'm going to have a transaction. Yeah. So this transaction number one, I'm going to call it number one. I'm still writing it. I sold goods for cash. And those goods, I sold them for 1,250. Yes. I sold goods for cash for 1,250. Guys, I know we are not doing account equation, but we cannot run away from account equation. Let's say a man of my caliber is asking you account equation, and my man of my caliber is asking you to give me the two accounts involved. Give me the two accounts involved on this transaction. Let's see. I'm just checking if you still remember. What are the two accounts involved? If let's say this was account equation, I trust you can give me the accounts then. Yes, bank, I agree. Bank and no, it can't be, you can't combine bank and inventory, remember. Bank will go, yes, bank and sales. Can you see? Bank and sales. Remember here, I didn't give you cost price. It means you cannot have cost price. But if I gave you cost price, the other two accounts were, write them down here. What if I gave you the cost price? What would be the two other accounts? Perfect, Mekele. So you are correct. The cost of sales and the trading stock. Can you see now? Guys, remember, we don't forget this. These things are still coming back. Even under test number 2, they can still ask you account equation. Can you see now? So you need to be careful there. No, don't worry. I was just checking. I know you know these things. But my main aim here, let's say, for example, here, you are required. They say calculate. Oh, for this, sorry, before I say calculate, for this amount, I say this amount is including VAT. They must tell you whether something is including VAT or not. So I say this 1,250 is including VAT. So my question is, I say, please calculate X. As I said, I'm using one technique. So I want us to focus on this technique that I'm going to show you. And then thereafter, we can use the other technique if you want. Okay. So can you see here? We are given. They gave us the selling price including VAT. So for me to answer this question, firstly, I need to check what did they give me here. If you can check our question, I gave you the selling price which is including VAT. So what I will do, I'm going to go to where I analyzed and put that selling price there. I'm going to put 1 250 in line with what? The selling price including VAT. Can you see what I'm doing here? If this amount given to me was VAT, I was supposed to put it in line with VAT. If this amount given to me was selling price excluding VAT, this amount was supposed to be in line with selling price excluding VAT. Are you all following now? Remember, I'm still showing you how to analyze. I'm not calculating. Yes, I can see Sage calculated in advance, so it's okay. Sage, just have the answer for now. But we're gonna compare your answer with our answer. Even Elen there, I think it calculates. Okay. Now let's see. Is everyone with me? Do you understand the reason why I put selling price of 1,250 next to the selling price including VAT? Let me see. Yes, because I want you to master this basic. This is where things are tough. Perfect. Now I like that. Remember, whatever they gave you, you must put it in line with what you have. If they gave you VAT, you will put it in line with VAT. Okay, now let's continue now. After doing that, I need to check the question. What is the question here? The question says, please calculate VAT. Meaning, I must go to VAT and put, remember I'm showing this to the beginners. I must go to VAT and put question mark. Can you see? This will help me to know what am I trying to calculate. If they were asking me to calculate the selling price excluding VAT, this question mark will be in line with what? Selling price excluding VAT. So I will always put question mark on what they are asking me to calculate. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you understand what I did so far, let me see. Yes. Sorry guys, I'm not trying to finish your ink. I know your ink is very expensive there. Please just write yes. I like this. Step by step we go. Please, if it doesn't make sense, tell Sylvester and say, Sylvester, please stop it. I'm sorry, Sage, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna subsidize for the ink next time. Okay. So don't worry. I can give you subsidy. Okay. Now let's take it step by step. After doing that, is then that, guys, we need to come here. We need to come and focus. Let me do this. We need to come. Let me change the color. Is then that I want us to come and focus here. Can you see that? After doing the whole thing. Sorry guys for my skewed lines. I want us to focus here. After doing the whole analysis, I want us to focus here. You see? Yes, I want us to focus there now. So why am I going to focus there? Because this will give me the fraction that I want. But as long as you follow me, now I'm going to calculate. Now I ask myself, wherever I put question mark, it means that percentage will be on top when I calculate. Okay, for example, as you can see here, where is my question mark? My question mark is in line with VAT. Can you see now? So the percentage where I put question mark will always be on top when I calculate. Okay? Don't worry, I'm going to show you how to calculate. So I'm trying to calculate now. So meaning I'm going to have 15 like this. I'm going to explain again. Don't worry. I'm going to have 15 over. Can you see now? Why did I put 15 on top? Is because I'm trying to calculate that. So it means if my question mark was in line with the selling price excluding VAT, 100 was supposed to be on top. If my question mark was in line with the selling price including VAT, 115 will be or would be on top. Are you all following? Yes, please. Remember, it's still the beginning. Don't be confused. I'm going to give you a lot. Perfect. Thank you for that. So I put 15 because I'm looking for it. So the question mark will always tell me which one must be on top. I put 15 on top because I'm looking for that. If I was looking for the selling price excluding VAT, I was supposed to put 100 on top. If I was looking for selling price including VAT, I was supposed to put 115 on top. On top. Huh? I don't remember. I don't think that, maybe you remember that advert that we used to have on TV. I don't know if you still remember that. They were advertising coffee creamer. They say, where is the coffee creamer? They say, it is on top. It's not in the fridge. It is on top. That will help me to remember in future. Any question, ladies and gentlemen? Now, it means I need to divide by something now. What must I divide with? Remember, I said we must only look at the percentage now. We always divide by the percentage of the amount that I know. Which amount do I know? I know 1,250, and I know 1,250 is the selling price including VAT. It means now I'm going to divide by 115. Guys, I want you to know, how did I get this fraction? What do I put on top? I put what I'm looking for. What do I put at the bottom? I always put what I know. I've been given 1,250. The amount that has been given to me, I will use its percentage to divide with. Can I see yes, 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 or even an amen if you want, or something else, so that I can understand that you're following? Like I said, it's a process. It is a, thank you so much. It is a process, a process, a process. If you don't get this one, don't worry. I'm going to give you another example. Don't worry. This is the step. Step by step we go. Now, after doing this, is then that I will multiply the whole fraction by the amount given to me, which is 1,250. So, how much is the answer? Can you see? Now I can take the amount there, which is 1,250, and I multiply it by the fraction. The most important thing is to find the fraction. If you can find the fraction, I'm telling you, you're going to calculate everything. So with your calculator, how much is my answer, so that I can compare the answer with the one that you gave me before? How much is it, Andy? 163. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate. Thank you so much. I like that. Say 163.04. Perfect, guys. Okay, thank you, thank you. Can you see now? It's not that obvious. Thank you so much for that. I'm telling you from my past experience. I'm telling you, I told you guys, I've been around for long. I'm telling you, I've been here at Varsity College. I've been lecturing accounting for many for many years. I'm telling you, this technique always works. You will never make a mistake. You will never ever. Other techniques you can still use them, but you need to be careful. But like I said, it doesn't matter how you find it. As long as you find the correct answer, I'll give you full marks. Okay. Yes, in other words, the amount without VAT will be 1,250 minus what? Minus the VAT. Okay, and you will get that amount. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Andy. Now I think I want to give you another example, but what I don't like about my, this system of ours, which is VCLab, I can't erase only things that I need to erase. So when I erase, I need to erase the whole thing. I don't know what's happening. Maybe let me try to erase, but I don't think, let me try to erase, maybe it will help. Let me try, I've never tried this. No. Let me see if I can erase something. No, there's nothing. The only thing that I can is say clear. Sorry guys, I don't mind. I'm gonna write it again because it's for you. I'm gonna write it again. Okay. So I'm gonna just give you a few examples, guys, and thereafter I can release you guys. Don't worry. I'm gonna erase because it doesn't allow me to do anything. What I'm gonna do, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna erase the whole thing and I'll write it again. A man of my caliber doesn't bite. I will do it again. Okay. Let me rewrite the whole thing again. For time being, think about the question, and then I will take it from there. Selling price. excluding VAT, always 100%. Doesn't change, like I told you, okay? I said we add VAT. Remember that I said we must add VAT. And VAT, remember, it won't change. It will remain 15%. It will never change, like I said. And I've got the selling price. Including VAT. And then, obviously, like I said, it's going to be 115%. Oh, I brought it back. You know, magic, 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 magic. Now, why did I bring this back? Because I want to ask you a question. Here is my question. I'm gonna give you 1 minute to do it, and thereafter we discuss. So I'm gonna have a transaction. Let's say this was. I'm not gonna have a transaction. I'm just gonna give you an amount. I give you a VAT amount of 240. A VAT amount of 240, and I say, please calculate selling price, including so this is what I want you to do. I gave you VAT of 240. I'm giving you 1 minute. Use the technique that I showed you before, and thereafter we discuss. Remember, if you try, you will get used to it. Even if you get it wrong now, next time. So I'm giving you 1 minute, guys. After 1 minute, I'm gonna need an answer from you, and then I'm gonna analyze for you. Okay, don't worry. 1 minute is given to you. Thank you, guys. Please, all of you, put your answer down here. I'm giving you half a second to put your answers down here. I can say 271.3. I can say put all of them here. If you don't put it, I'm gonna call your name. Try. No one is perfect. Even a man of my caliber is perfect. I'm just nearly perfect. Thank you, guys. I think 276 is dominating. Thank you so much. Let's see. I'm just going to analyze for everyone. Let me see who didn't put the answer here so that I can call them special names. I'm going to call. Okay. It's coming. And okay, no problem. I can see 1840. I can see that someone's 276, 270. Okay, no problem. I appreciate. Let's do it together. I'm gonna write it down. Yes, the selling price amount with VAT. Yes, I want that one. Okay, let's see if we got it right. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. Firstly, where in line with which one here must I put 240? In line with which one must I put 240 here? Must I put it in line with selling price excluding VAT, in line with VAT, in line with selling price? Who can tell me? Please tell me. I want to put this 240 somewhere there. I'm gonna wait for you. Where must I put my 240? In line with which one? There are three things. Thank you, Jet. So in line, thank you so much, Litabo. In line with, thank you guys, I appreciate. I'm gonna put 240 there. Remember, I'm just analyzing what they gave me. Thank you so much for that, guys. I appreciate. That's the first step because they gave it to me. Can you see? And you can, your hand is up. You can ask a question.
Sir.
Now, let's take it further.
Sir.
Who can tell me where must I put question mark? Check the question. Where must I put question mark? In line with? Perfect. I like that. Including that. Remember, this question, this thing will give me the answer. You know, that's the first step that you should have done. Can you see now? That's the first step that you should have done. I gave you VAT. You put VAT in line with VAT. But I'm asking you for selling price including VAT. Selling price including VAT is the 115. I put question mark. And remember, I told you after doing that, is then that you must come and look at this. This is what I told you. Huh? You look at this to come up with your fraction. Remember? Now, I said you need to look at where you put question mark. You put question mark in line with what? Selling price, including that. Meaning you are going to have 115 on top. That's the first thing that you need to do because you put question mark there. Can you see that? Now you divide by the percentage of the amount that you know. You divide by 15. And it's then that you multiply it by what? 240. How much did you get? 1840. I hope so. You got 1840. I didn't calculate. Thank you. Guys, please talk to me. I know you are struggling, but I think some of you struggle there. You need to follow the steps. Yes, my that game, I like that. I don't know, guys. How did you get 276, guys? I want to know, please. Michael, I think they need to tell us how did you get 276 so that we can avoid this thing in the future. Who can tell me how did you get it? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Now, for now, I'm speechless. You said, oh, now I can see. Yes, I think the mistake is what, unless if I gave an, but okay, I agree. So please tell me that you understand me, everyone. Oh, no, remember, this is a lesson we learn. Now we know what to do in the future. Now we know, I'm telling you, when we do it in class, it's going to be, okay. I'm going to give you the last one, and thereafter we can call it a day. Okay? Because I must go and finish your marking, the marking there, I must go and mark. Now I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you another one. I'm not going to erase. No, I'm going to erase because if I don't erase, it's going to look somehow. Okay, for now, I'm going to erase the whole thing. Guys, I'm giving you the last one. Just tell yourself and say, this one, I'm going to get it right. I know you. I know you. So I'm going to analyze for you now. Let me quickly analyze. I'm going to abbreviate now. Now you know what I'm talking about. SP, exclude that. Set 100%. At set always remain 15%. And selling price including that going to be 105%. You know how to do it. So let me give you this last one, guys. Tell yourself and say, this one, I know you. Let me call it number 3. Not number 3. I gave you selling price excluding VAT of 5,000. And I say, please calculate selling price including VAT. Please use the same technique that we've been using. So I'm giving you 1 minute. Do it. I gave you selling price excluding VAT. Now I want you to calculate the selling price including VAT. It doesn't matter how you find it. I just want the answer. But I think you need to follow whatever I showed you. Tell yourself that this is going to be correct. I'm giving you half a minute, not a minute. Half a minute. And I want to see the answers on the wall here in our chat. Put all your answers. I want to see how many answers. 29 answers. 29 answers. I can see 5750 is dominating. I can see. I can see. I can see 5750 is dominating. I can see 5750 is dominating. I can see, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I can see someone has got 4347.8, and I can see that you have got 4347.83. The type of 57. You know, the answer is between 5750 and 4347.83. Ah, no, I like this. Yes, it's excluding VAT. Yes, yes, yes. Remember, guys, I'm giving you final opportunity to give me the answer there. Otherwise, I'm going to call your name. Please, 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 please. Okay, 5750 is dominating. 5750. Okay, can we do it together? I think we must do it together now. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I like this. Now, let's analyze. Remember, others don't understand and others got it wrong. Okay? So let's see. But almost everyone got it right. Let's see. Okay, now let's do it together. Okay, before I can go and analyze, because I trust you, just tell me, just write it on the chat and tell me about the fraction, the whole calculation. Which fraction did you use? I'll write it down. Those who don't understand, I will explain to them. Just write it on the chat there. Tell me which fraction did you use. Okay, I can see 100 over 105. Okay. Guys, you are on fire. I'm telling you, our haters are seeing flames. I can see that haters are seeing flames and smoke at the same time. Okay. I like this, guys. You are 100% correct. It's going to be 115. 115 divide by, sorry guys for the skewed information. I'm going to divide by 100. And it's then that you can multiply it by, you said I must multiply it by 5,000, of which I am in agreement with. And then we got, I guess that 5750 is correct. Guys, I'm very happy today. I think for me, yeah, Yolanda can also do that, but you must thereafter add. Can you see now? Yes. Yeah, you can do that. Honestly speaking, guys, I'm very impressed with the progress. We deserve a round of applause, I'm telling you. So, guys, I'm happy. I can imagine if we were live in class, how will this look like? I like the fighting spirit today, guys. Guys, is everyone on the same page? Can I see yes, 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 guys? Before I release you guys, thank you so much, Said. I appreciate Laken, Jed, Letabo, Tyrese, Mekele, Anthony, Letabo again, Jaden, Gareth. Thank you so much for that. Yolanda, Klotso, Ongama. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate. I appreciate. Others. Please say something before I detain you. Detention can come. Any other people? I'm gonna check who's. Because if you don't say anything, it means you end. Thank you so much. Hopefully, it's not the Wi-Fi. Then, thank you so much. I appreciate. Um, Ten, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate, ladies and gentlemen, and I appreciate, guys. I think you deserve the longest break on earth. Thank you, guys. I hope to see you again on the campus. I'm not sure when, but I think I'm gonna see you again. Okay, we're gonna continue. Yes, I can detain you. You can be with me here for the next 2 hours. Say it. I can detain you, you know that. So, but yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate your time today, guys. Let me go and continue with your marking, guys, and then I think you're gonna make me proud. And remember, for me, everything here looks Sylvestish. Huh? You know what I mean? Eh? This thing looks Sylvestish. It means I'm happy with the progress, and I'm telling you guys, we're gonna take more practical exercises, and we're gonna make sure that we impress our haters. Eh? Let's make sure that we impress them. Eh? Let's make sure that we accelerate. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you when I see you. If you've got any question, no problem. Thanks, guys. Much appreciated. Thank you, guys. Thank you.